How's it going? How you doing? How you guys doing? How are you, man? Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming out. How's it going? Appreciate you guys coming out. Just open up for questions, I guess. Questions, right?
Hey, now that you're in training camp, obviously you want to see all the players develop and grow, but simultaneously you guys start thinking about orders. So when you think about the things that become separators between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, what are the things that you zero in on over the next 2 or 3 weeks?
Well, that's great. I think that's a great question because, you know, we got here, we're trying to lay the foundation, right, of how we're going to hold accountability off the field, right? And then we get into mat drills and spring workouts, winter workouts, and then spring ball, lay the foundation of what we expect moving for camp. And I think now we're really into the detail part, right? We're really trying to make sure that not only are we running the ball with physicality, just talking about the running backs right now, but not only are we running the ball with physicality, but are we going to be detailed in ball security? Are we going to be detailed in pass protection, right? Making sure that everything we do is applicable to the game and what we're doing to prepare us for the season. So the details right now is really the biggest thing that we're really trying to set set in front. And speaking from my room, and basically the other thing is I think we need to really mimic what the head coach's vision is, which is all our vision is we need to learn how to earn it, right? We got to earn our way and earn our respect here, and it starts with running the ball, in my opinion.
How do you track physicality, ball security, and pass protection? How do you track the first one?
Well,
Eyeball or?
Basically when we play, for us, for Nebraska football, we're going to run the ball with the line mindset. What that means is everything we do, we're going to attack with the line demeanor. And you wake up a lion, and you do lion things, right? And a lion just makes sure if he's going to hunt, if he doesn't kill, he doesn't eat, right? So that's the reality of how we want to run the football. Everything we do needs to be with a physical intent, and we want to dominate every rep, right? And we're going to fight, and goes back into that theme I'm talking about of earning every single yard, right? And that's really the representation of our brand this camp, is really earning their respect and earning every inch. And I think that starts with running the ball with a level of dominance upon tackles. The other thing is, too, on pass protection, right? We want to make sure that we're setting the tone for pass protection. We don't want to be collecting the defense or collecting a defender upon contact. We want to have a great base and make sure that we deliver a strike that is setting the tone to who we are as a brand, which is Lions.
How have you seen Anthony work at kind of feeling out the run blocking? You framed it really well in a radio interview recently, but how have you seen him put the effort into getting better at that?
The best thing now that I'm noticing is he's starting to, as he comes back to the huddle when he makes a mistake, or not I wouldn't say a mistake, when he misses a read, he's already starting to see it himself, right? And the biggest thing is the film room, right? You get to slow things down for him, and you make a fast error, but you get to see it on film slow, right? So he's already starting to respond when he starts to see things, when he's starting to miss things on the field, but also starting to see it on the film room. So he's really responding well to really kind of understanding the playbook, understanding where the ball's supposed to be, and what we're supposed to do with the ball when we get there.
As you stand here right now, do you have a good idea of what your pecking order is going to be in day one, or do you keep an open mind?
I think ultimately, Coach Rule, right now, we're not talking about starters right now, right? Right now, we're really going to see who's going to represent the brand of football that we want to put out there against Minnesota, right? So really, we're still in that earn it phase right now, and I think no one's really separate themselves as the clear guy, or and the reality is we're going to have to use multiple guys throughout the season. That's the reality. So the biggest thing is the bottom half of our room, we got to make sure is ready to play, right? That's getting Quentin Ives ready to play, getting Emmett Johnson ready to play. When I say bottom half, I'm talking about youth. I'm not talking about a talent. And Trevin Lubin, right, being ready to play. So that's the biggest thing. The other thing is getting those guys prepared for special teams, right? You may carry only 4 or 5 backs, right? Those guys that are on the bottom half of the room need to be solid contributors on special teams on game day. So there's a lot of things going on right now we're trying to work through for camp and to get ready for Minnesota.
Are you working with Barrett Lubin Trent at fullback, or is that the tight ends coach?
No, Barrett's a fullback, and he's thus far he's done a great job. He's really shown us how smart he is in adapting the playbook very quickly. He's the guy that's showing me that I can rely on him thus far, right? We have a long way to go. Today was our first really padded, really thumping a little bit, so we'll get to see it on tape on how physical he was at the point of contact and things like that. But right now, everything that I'm looking for in a fullback, that Coach Rule and Coach Sad are looking for in a fullback, he has right now, right? So the ability to adjust, physical at the point of contact, athleticism, ability to catch the ball in the backfield, and basically, if in emergency situations, need to be able to run the football, right?
Who else is in that? Who are the other principals in the fullback discussion?
But Janarian Bonner, he's a candidate. He's been used, you know, and Lindenmeyer has shown some things, and Clover. There's some guys that are really trying to really nail the position down, and so we got guys in rotation right now, and I feel pretty confident where we're at with that position.
Did Ramir, did you bulk up in the offseason? It looked like when I saw him, it looked
Yeah.
like he had, and it looked bigger than he had.
Yeah. You can. I think Coach Campbell's done a fantastic job, not only with the size and strength, but also with the mobility. And he's done a fantastic job with our guys. And Ramir's a guy. You can see his body is changing. You know.
What have you seen from Luke and Janarian in that room? I mean, Luke feels like a guy not talked about his offense in the spring ball.
Well, you know, I appreciate his effort. That's the number one thing for both those guys that stands out to me is their willingness to do whatever's asked of them. That's a big deal. You know, you get out there and play some fullback and go out there and have to thump up at the position. That's not an easy thing to do. So for guys that are willing to do that, right, and want to do that and want to produce that, I'm really appreciative of what they want to, you know, of their effort. And that's the biggest thing out of both those guys that I notice is their effort and their willingness to do what's asked to do, what they're asked to do.
Obviously, you want your guys to have strong carries ultimately get into the end zone. But last year, the team was one of the lowest in time of possession. Have you stressed to your unit how important it is to keep the defense fresh, extend those drives?
Absolutely. The one thing about the running back position I think that's really important is that every run's not going to be a home run. They got to understand when the things are messy, right? As long as that we know where the ball's supposed to insert, right, and we can force a 4-yard carry, right? Every run's not going to be pretty. Every 6-yard run's not going to be pretty. But the reality is when we run the ball with a certain intent, and we understand where the ball's supposed to be, and we're physical at the point of contact, and we finish with line effort and line demeanor, you know, we expect to collect those 4 or 5-yard runs that aren't pretty, and that puts us in 2nd and 5. That's a good situation. I think I answered the question. I'm not. Yeah, that's the emphasis for us right now.
It sounded from you guys in the spring like Gabe did really well. What was your challenge to him about the next thing, though, for him?
I think mentally he's really accepted his daily approach. You know, I think the spring, the one thing was teaching him how to be a guy, right? What I mean by that is like as far as how you prepare for practice, how you take care of your body, right? Your expectations when coming in the meeting room prepared, right? He's really accepted it in the spring, but now he's showing it, right? He's really confident, really focused on the daily task at hand, but also and being a really mature player off the field. That's the key. You know what I mean? The chance to work with Christian McCaffrey, you got to saw that. Guys like Mike Davis when we were at Carolina as well. You got to see how they prepared. And that's the biggest emphasis that Gabe has accepted since we've gotten here is that he's really took ownership of being a mature veteran player, which is hard to do when you haven't played a lot. So that's a really key point.
Is there, you know, Coach Rule at media days talked about you're going to run some power plays, you're going to run some zone plays. You guys are going to have a lot of variety as opposed to maybe a team that might run 3 or 4 running plays. How do you kind of coach the difference between how to run those plays?
Well, see, now you're trying to get me caught up here. So you're giving our playbook away. No, but the reality is, I think right now, you know, we're going to be, you know, we need to not be limited. Is what I would say. Is we want to make sure that we're prepared to have everything from an NFL standpoint, NFL style offense, right? Be able to be multiple, right? Be able to adapt and adjust with our personnel. So that's the emphasis right now, is not to focus on one particular run or be heavy on this run only. We want to make sure our guys have a great understanding of the whole menu, right? So that we can be able to adapt and adjust, you know, and get ready for this Big Ten play.
Do you guys have patience to like run in a zone scheme, like the kind of thing that you got to have that maybe isn't just running in the back of your lineman, but maybe having that half-second patience?
That's right. If you've been at practice, one of the key things we talk about in that position is training the eyes, right? Making sure that we're seeing the reads and being patient and understanding, right? That's the key. And I think it's, you know, the zone run is an expensive run, right? And you got really have to work at it. That's been a big emphasis here. But you know, so.
Expensive run.
expensive run. You have to invest some time into teaching it, because you may miss a read here and there, but eventually you'll get the read and gash the defense if the ball's going where it's supposed to be with the right timing. There's a lot of things that come with that, the mesh, right, the aiming points, all those things. So it's a very detailed run, but again, it's really every style, every run is that way. We need to make sure that our aiming points, our timing, all those things are matched up properly.
Does that go for both inside and outside zone?
Absolutely. That's absolutely right. Absolutely right. I mean, everything is really about timing, aiming points, patience, and understanding where the ball's supposed to go.
EJ, follow up on the fullback position. And are there really multiple positions there? Like when you look at your personnel and you have a guy like Tree who plays that spot and another guy like Bonner who plays that spot, are they really asked to do much of the same thing or interchangeable, or are you really looking at like multiple positions there for one umbrella?
Absolutely. That's what you're looking for at a fullback. You're looking for a fullback that can line up pretty much anywhere and be able to be, versatile. That's the word I'm looking for, right? So not just line up and block, but be able to catch out of the backfield, be able to line up in the slot, be able to run the ball at H. So there's multiple things that you need to do from the fullback position. We're not just talking about putting your hat down and blowing guys up. We're talking about really just being versatile, and that's what we're doing. I appreciate you guys. Take care.
Have a good camp.
You got it. Hopefully I answered some questions.